We are live. We are live tonight. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome first and foremost to my bedroom. And second of all, welcome to my first ever Q&A. So I thought I would take it easy, put my feet up, answer a couple questions. I've got them written on this piece of paper right here because I'm using my phone to record, which means I don't have you. So let us get straight into the business. How do I stop my crippling anxiety? Well, to tell you the truth, that's the neat part. You don't. Do you stop it? You don't stop your crippling anxiety. You live with it forever and ever. Jokes aside, though, I mean, if you are legitimately struggling with seriously crippling anxiety, that is something you need to get professional help with, and therefore I would say seek professional help. Ask a friend, ask a loved one, ask a family member for help. In your case, however, I'd say suck it up. Next question. You watch anime? Yes. As a matter of fact, I have a degree in that stuff. If you don't know, I've got a bachelor's degree in Japanese studies, with a first, by the way, which means yes. Long story short, I watch anime. Currently watching Dragon Ball Z, which is absolutely amazing to really rewatch nice and slow. Excuse me. Yeah, no, I love anime. Whether it's sort of more artistic, like the older films and Ghibli, or Studio Ghibli, or just some dumb action stuff. Overall, yes. And if there's a lot of anime fans out there, I would love to talk more. Describe your favorite sea animal. Sea animal. Honestly, probably an octopus. Oh, you said describe. 8 tentacles and changes colors. You like Trump? I bet you do. You know, Trump administration did a fantastic job. What's your view on the political state of the world at the moment? It's a bit of a deep one. Taking a moment to think about it. The world has always been tense, and it is our place to make it less so. Whether that's through actively doing something about the tension, or by making the world a better place through either your actions or your thoughts. If you can be a positive person and have a positive impact on your environment, if you believe in the world, if you're optimistic, if you are kind, you can do good things. You can have a good impact. My view on the political state is pretty shit. It's been worse. It'll probably get better. And if it doesn't, we're fucked. Why do I via a little bit whenever I watch your videos? Via. I'm assuming that was a typo. And because you're a dyslexic prick, Jamie, I'm going to say because you suck. Okay. Ooh. This should have been the starter. It's not. Who is Will? I am. What is Will? Good question. Why is Will? Don't get me started. Do it, clap, yes. Joke aside, who am I? My name is Will. I'm 25 years old. I was born in South Africa, raised in the Middle East in Bahrain, and I moved to the UK in 2019 to study. I graduated since then. I'm currently working as a host here in Oxford, and that's it. And yes, it claps. Here's a good one. Any recommendation for how to reach your protein goals as a veggie or vegan? Eat meat. Just kidding. As a veggie vegan, you are kind of in a harsh position. Like, here's how I think about it. If you want to create quality meat, you need to eat quality meat. That's kind of how I simplify it in my mind. What you put into your body is going to reflect. You know, you are what you eat. That's what I always say. And as a result, if you really don't eat any meat, it's harder for your body to create meat, but of course it is possible. Now, the best sources of protein are going to actually be supplementary. So you're really going to crack down on your whey protein. I think I don't know if you can have casein as a veggie. As a vegan, no, you can't really have all those. I mean, pea protein exists, but as a veggie, let's do veggie first. As a veggie, eggs. So many eggs. Eggs and cheese are going to be your best friend ever. Find products that are protein enhanced, I guess you could say. You're going to find breads that have extra protein in them. You're going to find a lot of sort of extra protein cheese, extra protein this, extra protein that. Start having those kind of foods. As a vegan, however, it gets hard. You're obviously going to want to go for tofu. You're going to want to get a lot of grains and beans in your diet that have a lot of protein. Really, it's going to be, you just have to be meticulous with what you do. The best way to do it, even if it's meat, like even with a meat-based diet, the best thing to do to hit your protein goals is find 2 or 3 go-to meals that you know you can have that are going to give you at least a good portion of your protein. For me, for example, I've got sort of 4 or 5 meals that I rotate when I know that I need to hit a protein. Usually it's something like a certain amount of ground beef, potatoes, or rice. And that's it. Like, vegetables, I don't really count. I'll add avocado, which is extremely important for good fats. But basically, I pretty much have like 250 grams, call it 200 grams of ground beef for my like big meal of the day. And then eggs again. So get the couple of meals that you know you can have that have enough protein in. As a vegan though, as a vegan it's just tough. Like, you're really going to want to supplement your protein. And yeah, I think honestly with being vegan, you're actually going to want to eat more. Just more meals. Because eating veggie and vegan is so filling. I actually find that, like, in order to actually eat enough to not be hungry, I've tried being vegan a few times, and in order to eat enough to not be vegan, you just have to eat so much. And like, protein is satiating. So if you've got no protein in your diet, or rather no meat in your diet, the protein you get from other things are not nearly as satiating, at least I find. So yeah, sorry for the long-winded answer. The short answer for that is supplement your protein. Find 2 or 3 meals that you know you can have. That could literally be like just 10 eggs, 100 grams of cheese, some vegetables. 10 eggs is like what? Let's say 60 grams of protein in 10 eggs, right? I know 10 eggs sounds like a lot. It's not. I hope that answers your question. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? No, but I often wish. I don't think plastic bags feel very much. In fact, I reckon I wish I was as unconscious as a plastic bag. Last question. What playlist do you listen to while at the gym to help motivate you? Honestly, pure nonsense. Fucking noise. I don't really listen to like dance music or anything with lyrics, or if they're lyrics, I either don't want to understand them, or I want it to be so repetitive that it doesn't matter. Whether it's like right? Like the funk stuff, great. Funk is great. I've got a couple of songs, like if I'm gonna have lyrics, if it's like a big set like squats or something heavy, I've got a couple like Limp Bizkit. I should put Korn in there. Slipknot, those kind of things. So if you're more of if you're a music person and you're musically inclined, I reckon sort of the older rock, heavy metal kind of stuff is going to be really, really good to motivate. But I mainly listen to noise, just loud beats that are sort of uplifting, give you a big burst of energy so that you can ultimately just kind of not think about the music you're listening to, and it's more like to drown out the thoughts that you might incur during your weightlifting, which you don't want. You don't want to think. And there we go. that's all the questions. Thank you so much for everyone who sent in a question for my first ever Q&A. It's been fun, and I'd love to do another one. Shall we say for 300 subs? 300 subs, and I'll do another Q&A, and we'll spend more time together. All the bubbles have gone. But thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next Oxford Diary.